I first met Jonathan Winters about 1953 or 54. Jack Parr at that time, believe it or not, was doing a show early in the morning on CBS. And I went in to fill in for him once, and they said, you have a fellow called Jonathan Winters on today. And he came on, and I thought then he was the most inventive, off-the-wall comedians I have ever seen, and I still think that. He's just finished a movie called Moon Over Parador with Richard Dreyfuss. He's written a book called Winter's Tales, Stories and Observations for the Unusual. Would you welcome Jonathan Winters?
Little pouch there.
Well,
just a little
you know, turkeys carry a lot of stuff in front, and it costs them their lives. So I'm carrying everything. I've been carrying it for a long time, and I tell you, you know, it's just since we're on this.
Yes.
I'm so thankful, really, to be here at this particular time, because of the book and because I'm alive, and you know, my shoes are corrective. I can feel my toes now. They didn't come through a chiropractor. What is not a chiropractor? You're a colonel. What is it? A general.
Chiropodist. Or
chiropodist?
Or podiatrist.
Podiatrist. You know, I had too many guys working on my feet. That's why they had to be corrected. But at any rate, I stopped drinking a long time ago.
Oh, yes.
Obviously, I haven't stopped eating, but I stopped smoking. There's so little left. And that's out.
And the feet are out. And that's a memory, too.
That's a memory, you know? Yeah. It falls off, and it's gone away. It flies away.
Does it bother you getting older?
No, it doesn't bother me. I'm 62 now, John.
What was it you said one night? You were on the final...
Final glide pad.
Yeah.
It's the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
For those people who are doing a lot of this, get ready. You can't take that can through. Doesn't happen. My stepfather once said to me, if you make 60, you are definitely in the fourth quarter. Definitely. Might be OT.
Mm-hmm. You come from a family of...
A small family. I was the only child. I'm glad. I got everything there was to get.
No rivalry?
Not a lot either. No rivalry. No, I fought an attorney, killed him on the spot. He said, you get the kitchen knives. Good. You'll do time for this, and then it was gone.
Anyway, want to talk about this?
Sure.
I mean, it's called...
Get off of kitchen knives.
You got it.
This was a book, took me 5 years.
5 years?
Yeah. A little slow.
Well, you have a word processor?
No, I don't have a word processor.
You're not smarter now. If you were a kid now, you'd have a word processor.
This is all I got. Yeah. And that's all Lincoln wrote with, you know. I can't type, very honestly. I can't. It's unfortunate. And with the secretary situation, it's a little frightening, you know. The senators are being reported and things. So I thought it's better to stick with a little hand.
Did your wife suggest you should not use a secretary?
Yeah, right away. She said that ballpoint pen, get on it. And so I went down the basement, and between jobs, wrote this little 216-page book. And it's a book on short stories, a little poetry, it's reflections, observations. It's not what you call a funny book. I don't want to turn you off on this, but it's reflections, observations, which can be funny.
Pithy comments.
Yeah, pithy. Yeah. Toward the end, it gets pithy. But you can sit, and you know where you sit a lot of times. You can sit there. Here, Margaret, look here. And
what's your favorite? Anything in here you'd like to?
Well, they're all my favorite. That's an ego problem. No.
Before you do that, why don't you find one, and we'll do a commercial.
Okay. I'm just as interested as you are.
Your hands are cold.
Yes, my hands are cold. Hold on to me.
We'll do this, and we'll come right back for our reading corner. All right, friends, now, in our author's corner, this is what I'll call our normal author spot now, and John's going to read from his Random House did this book?
Yes.
A little excerpt from some of your observations.
Okay.
Okay.
Sit right up, pencils up or pencils down. This is called How much money did you make today, little man? How much money did you make today, little man? Only 15 cents. I sold an old green bottle I found buried out back of the barn. How much money did you make today, little man? Carried some groceries, 4 big bags of them, for an old woman to her car. She gave me a whole quarter. How much money did you make today, little man? I raked leaves all day long for Mr. Rogers. Took them into an old dirty sheet down to Buck Creek and burned them. Both my hands are sore and full of blisters. Mr. Rogers gave me $1, silver dollar. Said he'd had it for a long, long time. That's Mr. Rogers cracking nuts. Either that or the fireplace is on fire. How much money did you make today, little man? I washed Grandpa's pickup and then waxed it. Made it look almost new. Grandpa gave me 75 cents and a picture of him in uniform when he was in World War I. How much money did you make today, little man? I shoveled snow all day Saturday and most of Sunday. Would have made a bunch of money, but the handle broke as it was. Almost made $2. How much money did you make today, little man? I didn't make a cent today. Hard to believe, ain't it? I've been hustling ever since I was born. But today I found something better than money. Something I've been looking for a long, long time. Ever since my dad died. No, it ain't money. I found a friend. A real friend. Somebody that don't care whether I got money or not. Last thing she said to me today was, I don't care how much you made today. Little man, I love you and just want to be your wife. It's not to say she doesn't love me. I'm sure she does. And I love her. But we're only kids. I'll bet you anything, when I grow up and do marry her, first thing she's going to say is, how much money did you make today, little man?
That's nice. That's nice, Pete. Whoa. Yeah. You have described yourself as a 60-year-old kid, right?
Oh, 62, yes.
62. Do you still
62.
hang on to your childhood possessions?
Yeah, I've got my ball mitt, which is really, it's small. It's just, my hand is small, and it just barely covers my hand. It's an old mitt, Walker Cooper out of St. Louis.
You can't throw it away, right?
No, I can't throw it away.
I've got stuff like that.
I tried to throw it away, and it was thrown back at me.
Yeah.
No, I have marbles. I have a .22 rifle. I have a couple of boxes of soldiers, and I got to tell you one little story, John, especially this time of the year when people are, in the festive mood, and also people with, large pins ready to hit the turkey there in New York and watch it. At any rate, no, I was kidding about that. I always wanted to do that as a kid. Go, ooh, watch the big rubber turkey. Terrible. You're a violent child. I stuck it in a real turkey. He went at me. No, when I came home, this is a moment of grief, but for a lot of people, but I came home from the war, and I was just, again, talking about Thanksgiving, like yourself, strafing people there in Philadelphia. But I came home, and I went down the Stone Road, and my mother was there, and I said, you had to cue her a lot, and she was in show business. She was in radio and an actress, but I'd say, Mother, it's me, and her eyes were not Vaseline at that time. And I said, Johnny, your son. I see you. So it was a very demonstrative family, and ran to a lot of the minorities would run and grab each other, but whew, boy, when you're full Caucasian, a lot of times it's back off, So...
Full Caucasians are like that. Yeah, I know what you mean.
So, and eventually she grabbed me. The bottle dropped, Oh, nice, sweetheart, it is you. And so I went to my room, which got this area in here. Bed, wash bowl, and a commode, and place to hang the funny shirts. So I said, Mother, it's great to be home, number one. And I said, where are my toys? There's a long pause. She said, you're 20 years old, dummy. And very sensitive at that time, too. I mean, if you said that had been said to me in the service, and of course, grenade. So I didn't have any grenades, or she'd have been history. So I said, Carol, say about your mom. We're a tough family.
You got to call it as you see.
You got it. Because she'd survive, I know her.
Yeah.
And
tough old lady.
Blow her into a tree, come right out with some squirrel, So she said, you're 20 years old. What are we talking about the toys for? And I said, she said, I gave them away to the mission. I said, that's all right. That's okay, the poor kids. But you should have written me, those last hours in Philadelphia where I discharged. And I said, please, why, you should have let me know. And she said the line I'll never forget. She said, well, sweetheart, how did we know that you were going to survive? So that's when I put her in a home early.
A lot of warmth in that
family, huh? Parents are funny. I know they kid a lot.
Yeah. Let's go back to the very first Thanksgiving.
Oh.
Very first one.
Okay.
How do you manage it was as a pilgrim? I mean...
Well, you have to realize at that time, which I don't think a lot of people do because so many years have passed, they were basically from England, downtown London. And either that or, Southampton. Bye-bye, have a good voyage. Of course, the little boats were kind of a joke, and they went around in circles, and then everybody, so about 7,000 people went... And they moved in. No Evan Roods in those days, gang. So I imagine they got to Plymouth Rock, what it was, around 1620?
Mm-hmm, about that.
Something like that, 1621.
Jamestown, I guess?
Jamestown, good. And guy pointed, that's Jamestown. Yes, it says on the map, Jamestown. Everybody, yeah. And, of course, the boat went right into Plymouth Rock, and they swam ashore. And then they got up on the rock, and everybody prayed, usually on the rock. And those that didn't pray were cuffed around a little bit. And by the minister, hey, don't you believe? You don't believe? So then, of course, the Indians showed. God bless the Indians. I still have, a lot of love and respect for the Indians, too. They were obviously in just standard, buckskin and feathers. And here are these people, and the Indian would say, of course, that was a Wyandotte, and you could distinguish him from an Algonquin or Iroquois and Seneca, and he was saying, look at the buckles on the dummy. And, of course, it was something for an Indian because he had no buckles. Good waist, tight, and maybe a rubber band, but certainly not a buckle. And say, and then the guy had buckles on his shoes. Hey, no wonder they were not wanted right away. And then the buckle on the hat told him that he'd had some special treatment. But that's pretty much Thanksgiving as I remember it.
How do you think the farmer Elwood P. Suggins would feel about Thanksgiving? Does he raise turkeys?
Yes. I raised turkeys. In the beginning, we raised turkeys back in the late 30s. We had we had about 600 of them. And I thought it was early snow, but it was just white turkey. And we just went out there with full shot, about 12 shot, opened up and got a lot of them. And then I had heavy grief over that. And I had heavy grief that I'd kill them birds. So today, we just wait for a Cadillac to come through town. And if they cross the road, the Cadillac belongs to the Cadillac. And I picked one out just for Sunday, right out of the grill. Bird had just like this, had the design on it and everything. But we've taken to eating some small animals. I don't want to go into that.
Mrs. Suggins is still living,
Mrs. Suggins is full of life.
Yeah.
She's bedridden.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah. Which works in her favor.
I see.
I give her a box of chocolates.
Good-hearted woman, though.
And a new VSR, whatever thing. She's asked for something special. See movies on it.
Watch some movies, yeah.
Yeah, and she watches that. Yeah. And I watch her, and then we watch the movies together. And I get her to the window so that she can look at the kids. Just drag her out of bed and over at the window. Go ahead, look at her. Put it on F6 and put it on CU, close up, and then I drop her out of the window. Kids will play with her for 2 or 3 hours. Yeah. Well, they've dragged her around and wore her back off.
Yeah, well, I want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving and give my best to Mrs. Suggins. Sounds like a remarkable woman.
Are you watching to it?
Yeah, well, she's probably watching now. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
Thank you, Don. We are back. Now, very often nowadays, if anybody has been in the entertainment business 5 years, they say, here's a star. But I think a star is really determined by how long you've been around and where you are held in esteem by your peers. And Bette Davis is probably one of the most respected, admired actresses and indestructible of all of them. She's had 2 Oscars, 10 nominations, numerous awards. She recently received the Legion of Honor Medal and the César Award from France. Would you welcome, please, Miss Bette Davis.
I know maybe you thought I was standing too long, enjoying it too much, but I wish to stand up again. May I?
Oh, you sure may. You want to show that?
No. Are you saying to yourself, I'm a little overdressed?
I think it's beautiful.
Yes, well, I'll tell you why. This is the dress that Nolan Miller made for me for my trip to Paris for all the awards. It was announced in some of the gossip columns here in Hollywood that I had a red dress. One columnist knew it was made by Nolan. Thought he should have mentioned it. So I want to give Nolan, because I want to tell you that night in Paris, well, we're becoming the fashion capital of the world, let me tell you. And Nolan's dress rocked them in Paris. And it was particularly fun because they had a lot of clips from a documentary from England. And there was Jezebel in the red dress. And then when the film was over,
you walked out.
It just happened I had a red dress.
Just
so that
happened
was great
like
fun. So anyway, Nolan, thank you for my beautiful dress.
Well, it is
Thank
gorgeous.
you. I should say, I really,
Only you could
I
make
really
that so
shouldn't
dramatic.
I really shouldn't say thank you, Nolan. It cost a hell of a lot
Really?
of money.
Yo, this is
as
something.
it well should have. Nolan Miller. No.
It's not going to cost you anything after a while.
20 years ago, Nolan Miller, out of designing school, came to Hollywood, hired by Aaron Spelling.
Mm-hmm.
We were doing a pilot 20 years ago, Aaron and I, and it was very amazing that many years later that Nolan and Aaron and I were doing the hotel pilot. I was the first person he was to dress. And, of course, all those awful rumors about me, he was absolutely panicked. But he made the most beautiful clothes, so that was the beginning.
What awful rumors about you?
What?
What awful rumors about you?
Oh, my dear, that when I did Eve, Mr. Mankiewicz was telephoned by 10, 12, or 15 directors and said, my dear, you're insane. Just prepare yourself. She will walk on the set with a yellow pad and a pencil, and there won't be one line of yours left. He said, but there was one person who said differently, and I said, who was that? And he said, Willie Wyler said, you will have a ball directing her. The others, unfortunately, I had to do that with. There was no other way.
No.
Now, there wasn't if I was to remain in films. Now, being the modest person I am, and we're talking about Paris and all.
Right. You bought me a gift.
No.
Oh.
No. I wanted to show you
Was this the
this gorgeous
César?
government
Hold it up.
medal that was given to me. I think it's just
Isn't
beautiful.
that lovely? Hold it up.
Now,
We're gonna
aren't
get
you
it closer.
going to ask why the French would decorate me?
Well, I can imagine they decorated for it because they admire and respect your ability for an artist.
Johnny, you weren't my straight man at all.
Oh.
Well,
You know Jerry Lewis personally. That's why they
I
decorated
suppose
you.
by now you're wondering if you're going to get a chance. Wondering right now if you're going to get a chance to say anything. I will shut up in a minute. Well, I thought...
Don't tell me you got your own show,
maybe
too.
Tonight... I thought maybe tonight I would kind of let you sort of see if you thought I could do it.
Yeah. Well, you can do it all.
Well,
Sure.
during the evening, you keep on thinking.
Okay.
Because I'm kind of auditioning for Joan's part. In case you had done what I hoped you would,
Yes.
to say, why would the French government
I'll play straight.
give
Why
you
would
an award?
Why would the French government give you an award?
In case you did ask me, I wrote down from the scroll that came with this.
All right.
And this is what I am. I am a commander.
Commander.
De l'ordre of the order.
Of the order.
Des arts.
The artist.
Oui. Oh, you speak French, marvelous. A des lettres. And it was presented to me by the Minister of Culture. I will not pretend it was not a very thrilling moment in my life to have another country give me an award.
I think that's very nice.
Now,
We're going to do this first? We're going to take a break. We're going to take a break.
You may have your show back.
We'll just take a break and we'll come right back. Hello, a cigarette? A cigarette, boo-boo?
Nancy,
famous-
what kind is it?
I don't know. Famous scene from Now
Yeah.
Voyager,
Paul
right?
Henry
With Paul
thought of that
Henry
himself.
lighting the two cigarettes.
That was an example of one of the directors that called up Mankiewicz. The one that directed Voyager, he never thought of the two cigarettes, I'd like to announce right now. Or anything else, I might tell you.
Isn't therapy wonderful, though?
Just recently at a big... See, I have not shut up yet, have
That's
I?
all right.
So at this huge festival for me for 3 weeks in New York, he was one of the speakers. I wish to God I could have been in the audience to hear what he had to say.
Yeah.
No, I'm trying to get a report about it. I haven't succeeded yet.
It'll be coming
Right.
in. I'm going to
He
show...
came to see a play of mine. He came to see me and Miss Moffat in Philadelphia and came backstage, and I was so amazed and horrified. He said, well, I didn't let you know because you might have been too nervous with me in the audience. Oh, God.
Say, what was the... Did you actually say in picture, Peter, right?
No.
That was never said.
No. But I...
All the impressionists always used to do, you'd go,
Well-
Peter.
Well, that was started by Arthur Blake, who was the original great
That's right.
one. He's the one that did the arm, and I was horrified to realize later I did this elbow thing a lot. Yes, yeah, he showed me that, but he's the one that said Peter. His impersonation of Mrs. Eleanor Roosevelt knitting at a Girl Scout rally was absolutely the most sensational thing.
He was one of the great impressionists of all time.
From
Blake.
here it came,
Yeah.
not just all the outward thing.
Yeah.
Right.
What is this? I'm going to show an audience a picture. You can look at it on the monitor. And what do you remember? It says, this was a picture put out by, it says, Charming Betty Davis, Universal Featured Player. Did you hate to, then they...
What?
Yeah. Little publicity stills. Did you...
Why didn't somebody unearth that earlier? They could have done me great harm. My God, I didn't remember.
Did you hate taking pictures like that?
Well, I never did. That's why I'm really amazed at that. You sure that? Let me see that.
What do you mean?
You sure?
That's you. It says
Yeah,
charming.
I'm afraid you're right.
Yes.
Yeah. I did one set of bathing suit pictures with Joan Blondell once, and then once I rode on top of a balloon or something for some kind of thing, but I never did these.
You never did.
No, and I was very, very glad they couldn't haul them out later.
Yeah?
But I'm terribly glad I didn't do nudes. Oh, God. Imagine
Really?
those being hauled out later.
Would they have asked you in those days to do nudes?
No, they wouldn't have asked anybody, nor would they have gotten anybody.
Yeah.
No.
Nowadays it seems to be rather common.
It's just, it's a must if a man and woman look at each other.
Yeah.
That same evening, yes, I just finished a film. I didn't realize that scene was in the film until I saw it the other night. Yes, same thing. Clothes come off, delicately.
Yes.
Of course, you know exactly what they look like underneath. I don't know why they're so modest.
Yeah. So you don't think they should just do a nude scene just to do it?
Oh, of course, you know, you don't either. No, I think it's awful.
No, yeah.
I don't think it's very interesting to many people to be very serious.
Did you ever do a bubble bath scene? Didn't that ever come up?
No, I never was asked to get into a bathtub.
Yeah?
Interestingly enough, I'm going to make a film not too long from now in Hamburg, Germany, and there is a scene in which I get into a bathtub.
Aha.
Not nude.
Oh, come on.
God forbid, at my age and hacked up as I am, I do not wish to be nude. But I read that and I thought, my God, this is the end.
Okay. Now, Peter never happened. Arthur Blake
No,
did
no,
that.
Peter
How
never.
about the line, what a dump?
Well, that is in Beyond the Forest.
Right.
And I make very, very little of it. I just say, what a dump. And Edward Albee, of course, he put that on the map, that line.
Right.
Right. And he gave me a great thing when I do my Betty Davis show all over the world, film and on the stage. That's how I start out every show.
You just walk
and
out
it's wonderful. Sit down and just look around and say, what a dump.
That's a good opening.
But you know, sometimes it was very embarrassing when the theater was. And you felt very badly when it was beautiful. But it was I tell you what was great about it. They knew from then on they could have fun with me.
Right.
And they didn't have to sort of respect this old legend.
Yeah.
They could really have fun. And we had fun.
But you were nominated, you got 2 Oscars, you were nominated for 10 others. Is there a picture that you thought maybe you should have won that you didn't?
Yes, 3.
Okay.
I lost out to Dark Victory because that was the great Gone with the Wind year. And I was gone with the wind. And I feel that I should have had the Oscar for Margot Channing.
Oh, yes.
Unfortunately, I was not under contract for Fox. Miss Baxter was. So, as the studios always used to do, they'd send notes around if it was their people and
Was
say,
Ann
please.
Baxter, Marilyn
please
Monroe,
vote at-
George
yes,
Sanders?
This is right.
Yeah.
So, I think I lost by some votes that I would not have lost by if Fox hadn't done that.
Yeah.
So I was so, but the last one, I was definitely robbed of. Miss Crawford went to New York and said to all the nominees on the stage who might not be able to get to Hollywood, I will accept your Oscar for you. And she paced New York to find people that not vote for me. Because I think I lost by a very few votes for Jane. That was really a shock.
Whatever happened to Baby Jane?
Yeah. But there she stood. There Joan stood with Miss Bancroft's Oscar clutched to her bosom. It had become hers. Yes, it had become hers. She also traveled with it for 1 year. No, 1 year with Pepsi-Cola. And she told Miss Bancroft that she would bathe this Oscar in all the waters of the world. So she got back to New York. Miss Bancroft is still doing Mother Courage. Gave a party on the stage of Mother Courage after a performance one night.
Right.
And gave the Oscar to Miss Bancroft. Finally, she got it.
She had it for a year. Well, you got a lot of good
Worth waiting for.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah.
What picture did you make that you thought was a total disaster?
Total disaster. I loathed Beyond the Forest.
Really?
Yes, I was not young enough to play that girl. You felt that when I played that girl, I would have gotten to Chicago years ago. Absolutely years ago. And the tragedy was that Joseph Cotton was the husband, and who in the world wants to leave Joseph Cotton?
Yeah.
In the book, it was a great book, interestingly enough.
Right.
And Eugene Pallette was perfect casting for this awful.
Eugene Pallette who talked like this.
Yeah, that awful husband. So I begged not to play it, and that was the last picture I made for Warner's.
Did you fall in love with any of your leading men?
I was more apt to fall in love with directors. I think it had a lot to do with I liked a male who kind of took charge of me and told me what to do, and it's very hard for me to find that.
Yeah.
Yeah, who would think I needed that, but I did.
Strong, you wanted a domineering, strong personality.
Yeah, I did.
We're going to cut away, but we're coming back. Stay where you are. We're back talking with Miss Betty Davis. Okay. Another picture here. Another picture. It says, with your mother at a movie premiere in 1931. A strong influence in your life? Your mother?
Mother was why I'm sitting here. Not from the stage mother standpoint, but from the earning enough money that I could study in a dramatic school and doing all those years for me at great sacrifice. But that is our first premiere, dressed rather oddly, you would say.
Oh, I didn't notice.
And in my book, it's an old kind of thing, and Mother's kind of odd. And we hadn't learned to look like Hollywood yet. We were very Yankee still. And I have a strip of pictures in my book, The Lonely Life. That's the first one. Then there's the second one. The third one is at the premiere of All About Eve. And I have written, and by now we really look rather sharp. And under it I have written Pilgrim's Progress.
Okay, here's another picture. Yeah. Dark Victory, 1939, and the gentleman, of course, is Ronald Reagan.
Yes.
What's your memory about this?
Well, I can't quite get over still referring to him. I was delighted to hear that you've not been invited to the White House. Neither have I.
Well, actually, I have been invited.
You have been invited by the Reagans?
Invited, yes.
Well, I have not.
Ooh.
Well, that's good. He's sort of, yes. But we always referred to him as Little Ronnie Reagan. He did give one good performance, King's Row.
King's Row?
We will hand that.
I think that
but
was
you know, take a man's leg off, it's a lot going for you in those scenes.
That's true.
Yeah, a lot going for you in those scenes.
A lot of sympathy.
But I have to say, I think he is infinitely better than I ever thought he would be. Infinitely. I think he shows quite a lot of guts upon occasion. Mm-hmm. He has had some rather serious things to decide.
Yes, he has.
Yes.
Well, good.
But I just hope he doesn't encourage a lot of other actors. I think we shouldn't take over that field at
all. You're having a lot of fun tonight, aren't you?
Yeah. Yes, I am. I'm very surprised. No. Nothing to do with appearing with John Carson. I'm surprised that I am. I haven't done a great deal of this lately.
I know you haven't.
I'm taking to it like a duck takes the water again.
Delighted you're
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Did you ever get the old question?
And I may be back. You may have to have me again.
Okay, that's all right with me.
Yes. I may be back with a book.
Yeah.
You're going to have to take me on.
You writing another book? Mm-hmm. You got another book in you? Are you writing another book?
For years we've been doing this book.
Yeah.
So I may be back. The publisher wants me to. He feels you're of great value to the sales. I quite agree.
Oh, well, then you can come here.
Well, you have helped a lot of books in your life.
Well, you can come here anytime.
And other things. What other products do you think you've helped besides books?
Wives. No.
Oh, yes. Well, of course, you and I must never get on that subject.
No, we shouldn't.
Since
really shouldn't.
I paid alimony for 3 years to Beatty's father.
Did you really?
Yes, it's kind of a reverse twist, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, that's how desperately I wanted to get rid of him. and to say that he was enjoying our way of life, which he did not want to give that up. No. Poor man.
Very generous
poor
of you.
man. Mm-hmm.
Would you change anything in your life if you had to do it all over again?
to be very serious?
Well, if you want to be.
I only wish I had been brought up on the present morale system.
Really?
That it was accepted that maybe you lived with somebody before you married them.
That's
my
right.
My upbringing was that's why you married and you waited until then. And on a Dick Cavett show, which is a rather famous show with some people, he asked when I gave up my virginity. It was a rather shock to me sitting there.
Yes.
I counted 10, and then I thought, come on. I said, when I married my first husband. And then I waited a minute, and I said, it was hell waiting.
Yeah. But nowadays, people...
Right. And I think it's very possible I might not have married some of the people I married. I think I would have married Gary.
Yeah.
I think I definitely would have married Gary. We had a great, great deal in common.
You're talking about Gary...
Merrill, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I definitely would have.
Yeah.
Yes, I was very much in love with Gary.
Okay.
And I flatter myself he rather liked me, too.
Did you ever go out to a party some night and get real silly and have too much to drink and do something really dumb?
No, I would be... there's too much of that strict Yankee upbringing.
Wouldn't allow you
to do that. It wouldn't allow me to do that.
Yeah.
No, couldn't do that. Anyway, wouldn't like to be drunk and be... You're out of control.
Yeah.
Yeah, completely.
Do you always want to be in control?
Well, there have been about 2 times in my life that I have had too much to drink. I knew that. And wasn't next day quite sure what I did. Mm-hmm. And I never dared to ask.
Yeah.
I never dared to ask.
Better that way sometimes.
Yes, better that way. It's awful for people to tell you how you behave.
Yeah, when you found out you've swung the neighbor's cat through the plate glass window, you know, something like that, it can ruin your whole day.
Terrible like that.
No. We're going to cut away for a second. We're coming back. The Carpenters were on the Tonight Show just about the time they were really getting started and coming to national attention. And this Tuesday night, there'll be special guests on the Bob Hope Special. And on November 17th, Billboard magazine, which is kind of the Bible of the recording industry, is going to be devoting a special edition honoring the Carpenters. This is their new album, which contains 12 singles recorded in the last 4 years. 10 have sold over 1 million copies, and many more than that. Would you welcome, please, Carpenters?
Before the second show, your guitar, it sounds so sweet and clear, but you're not really here. It's just the radio. Rainy days and Mondays always get me down. What I've got they used to call the blues. Nothing is really wrong. I'm feeling like I don't belong. I'm walking around some kind of lonely clown. Rainy days and Mondays always get me down. Funny, but it seems I always wind up here with you. It's nice to know somebody loves me. Funny, but it seems that it's the only thing to do, to run and find the one who loves me. What I feel is come and gone before. There's no need to talk it out. What it's all about, hanging around, nothing to do but run. Rainy days and Mondays always get me down. Hanging around, nothing to do but run. Rainy days and Mondays always get me down. I'll say goodbye, love. No one ever cared if I should live or die. Time and time again, the chance for love has passed me by. And all I know of love is how to live without it. I just can't seem to find it. So I made my mind up, I must live my life alone. And though it's not the easy way, I guess I've always known I'd say goodbye to love. There are no tomorrows for this heart of mine. Surely time will lose these bitter memories, and I'll find that there is someone to believe in and to live for, something I could live for. All the years of useless search have finally reached an end. Loneliness and empty days will be my only friend. From this day love is forgotten, I'll go on as best I can.
We are back now. Hey, it's good to see you again. You said something, usually, when you first started, you sat at the drums all the time. Now you're standing up more. You miss sitting back?
Well, yeah, they finally got the message across to me that they wanted me to get up. But, I was the only girl in the group, so they were looking at me.
Yeah.
For some of the songs, she says.
Yeah.
Plays the drums.
Hey, it's so good to see you. You've had such a tremendous success the past few years. It's just
Thank you.
been incredible and well-deserved. You're on the road a lot, and I understand you have the same problems. You work, what, 6 out of 7 days most of the time?
Just
yeah,
about,
when we go out on tour, it's 7 days a week.
Yeah. And all the things happen? The luggage doesn't show up? The instruments don't show up?
Not long ago, we played Notre Dame the day of the USC Notre Dame game. And we flew in late because we couldn't get a motel reservation because everything had been booked up.
Right.
Like a
And
year in advance. They take.
We played the date, and then we were going to fly to Evansville that night.
Right.
And we lost an engine. We have a charter, a 2-engine plane.
And then you lost an
Turboprop, and
engine?
we lost an engine. And
While we
just-
were in the air.
Oh, yeah, while we're... And he landed it, did a terrific job, but still...
Luckily, the screaming probably covered up the noise.
Right.
Well, we
Didn't hear it.
It was a good thing, because we didn't know about it. We heard a power cut, but this was after we went to Notre Dame
Right.
and had an accident. It was a great day. And then we did the concert and got on the plane, split, and we
And
were like
lost
in
the
the
engine.
air about a half an hour. And
We heard a
power
sudden
cut.
drop in the sound on the right side, and then the pressurization went. Our ears
Right.
started to plug. But
Nobody
Everything
really
was
knew,
okay.
because they didn't want to tell us, because it would be instant.
when we landed and we
Panic.
saw the fire truck, and then we got off the plane, and the men were in the funny suits,
Yeah,
asbestos.
asbestos. We figured that nice.
That's
they
gotta
gotta
shake you a
really
little
take
bit.
care of the
Oh,
luggage.
yeah. But, I mean, on the road, it's one thing or another all the time.
Yeah.
I'd rather stay on the ground.
There was
Except
some-
it's not safe down here either.
Yeah. There was some talk a while that you were going to do your own television show. Are you going to proceed on that, or are you giving it up, or what?
The special or?
No, just as a regular series that you were going to do.
I didn't think, we really don't, never got into that because
Yeah.
it takes, I'm telling you how much time it takes, that's right.
No, I understand.
But we like playing in concert, and really the concerts and the recording
Takes up all our
so much
time.
time.
Yeah.
We really wouldn't have the time.
Even though I'm in television, I think sometimes you miss on television. You can't really get the sound. There's nothing like an in-person concert, I think, for
Oh,
music
no.
to get close to the audience and let them hear the whole thing.
Yeah,
Right.
it's like even from here to there, it's too far. Move them up. But then there's no room for the cameras.
What's a gold album mean? Does that mean $1 million?
Okay, $1 million in sales is a gold album.
How many
That
have you
means
got
it's
now?
about
Is it
440,000
Right.
albums. Now, we've been lucky enough to have each of our albums, except the first one, sell over 1 million copies.
Yeah.
Now, the Close
That's
View album
incredible.
sold about 4 million copies, and the others have all sold.
That's really incredible.
Oh, it's
No,
all
Thank
sold
you.
over 1 million. That's a platinum album. When you
Platinum.
A million
when you get
units.
1 million units
that's
of an
great.
album sold.
Can I ask you a rather dumb question?
Sure.
With the success you've had, are you happier now performing than you were, say, when you were just starting? You know what I'm trying to say?
Oh, yeah.
You're just busier, happier.
Yeah.
A lot of pressure.
Well, that's what
we're happy,
that's
and
what
this
I
is
meant.
what we
Sometimes
wanted.
success doesn't always go along with it.
No, I mean, things were a lot more,
There have been a lot of groups, as you know, that have come up very quickly, and all of a sudden, because of that sudden success,
yeah.
it's disappeared very
We're
quickly.
trying to hold our own, but there are a lot of pressures,
Yeah.
This is what we wanted to do, but
Yeah, well, when you say, when you try and get a recording contract, and then you finally get one, and you say, oh, now all I have to do is get a hit. But you really don't know what that means until it hits. And then it kind of,
Then you want to get
you
the
can't
album.
really
then you gotta
call.
do
you
this.
hardly can get a job before you get a hit.
You can't.
You're lucky, if you get a thing here or there. Then the hit record comes along, and it's what you wanted, and all of a sudden the bookings start, especially if you sell albums.
Right.
And then they say, well, if you enjoy it, you have to have a follow-up.
Isn't it
And you
funny how you
say-
run into all the people who said, boy, I knew then.
right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sure.
You
they're
found
all
friends real quick.
it's once it happens, you never really know how it happens
Yeah.
or when, but all of a sudden you go from here to here, and you're like, there's no stopping.
Yeah, well, the main thing is you still look like you enjoy performing, and that
Oh,
comes
it's a
over.
Oh,
and
yeah,
that's,
we love
that's
it.
the whole
Yeah.
thing. Let me interrupt a second. Then you're going to do another thing, right, for us? Here's a day, a typical day. Yes, I have it right here. in the life of a lumberjack that you've been asking about. We're back. I understand this next thing you're going to do for us is based on a true happening. Something to do with you.
Yeah, it's
Richard?
a song that John Bettis and I wrote in 1967. We had a group, and we were trying to get a recording contract, and we weren't getting too far. And,
Nowhere.
We wanted to make some money to pay for some tapes that we wanted to record, so several of us worked for about 3 months in '67 at Disneyland. And they assign a guy to you who's actually your boss, but they call him a talent supervisor.
Right.
And we did not get along. Our attitude wasn't too good, and so we didn't get along with him too well. And he fired us, and we wrote a song about him.
About this guy who
Yeah.
scanned you?
And-
Good. Retribution rears his head. Okay, you all set? You want to run over
Sure.
and join the group? Here are Karen, Richard, the Carpenter.
Mr. Gouda, say, Mr. Gouda, may I have a moment with you? But there is something I've got to say, and please don't let it scare you away. Mr. Gouda, say, Mr. Gouda, I have seen you go through a day. You're everything a robot is for, clocking at 9 and roll out the door at 5.
You reflect the company image. You maintain the rules to live by. Shiny shoes, let's keep a neat hair.
Now that you're wearing a coat and tie. Mr. Gouda, say, Mr. Gouda, someday soon you may realize you've blown your life just playing a game when no one wins but everyone stays the same.
You reflect the company image. You maintain the rules to live by. Shiny shoes, let's keep a neat head. Now that you're wearing the coat and tie.
Mr. Gouda, say, Mr. Gouda, someday soon you may realize you've blown your life just playing a game where no one wins but everyone stays the same. Yeah. Say, yeah,
We'll be back in a moment. Make the good times last with a Sony tape recorder. Brought to you by Super Scope. All right. Now, folks. We read about my first guest tonight in a local Kansas newspaper, and she sounded like a more than remarkable woman. She's 105 years old. We thought you might like to meet her. She's from Ellsworth, Kansas. Would you welcome, please, Mildred Holt. Mildred? How are you, dear?
Fine. I remember when you were in New York.
You do?
Yeah.
You watched
Me
the show?
too.
Yeah, we started the show in New York.
Yeah, you sure did.
Yeah.
I remember both of you.
You remember?
I watched you every time you put the show on.
Yeah, you can remember all the way back to 1962,
You
huh?
bet.
Now, tell me, so are you really? You don't look. Oh, come on, I don't know what somebody 105 is supposed to look like.
You look better than I saw you then.
Yeah. You must have been out nightclubbing someplace in New York at that time. Now, are you really 105? 105 years old. When were you born?
1882. How many have you had that are over 105?
You're the oldest person I have ever met and ever had on this
That's
show.
the way it is at home. I'm always the oldest one they ever met.
Somebody told me you wanted to ask me some questions. Is there?
Well, I hear you've had, what, 3, 4 wives.
Well,
That's great.
Really?
Good for you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mildred. I appreciate that because I don't know. I guess maybe I've just been unlucky in marriage or something.
I know.
And I just keep trying.
I know when you were in New York. I know when he was in New York. I know when you left New York.
Right. Yeah.
So my mind's still working a little bit.
Oh, yeah, your mind is working fine. Yeah. You have any brothers? Were you born in Kansas?
Brothers?
No, you have brothers and sisters?
They were 6 girls and 3 boys.
Yeah.
I was the youngest girl.
You were?
They've all died years ago.
Yeah.
I outlive them all. I'm
sure?
too mean to die.
Well, you're too mean to die. Well, you come from a big... I'm from Nebraska, you know.
I know when you were in Nebraska.
And you remember when I was in New York, too. Yeah.
I remember the show you put on Nebraska.
Oh, yeah, I had a show there, a local show in
Yeah.
Omaha and Lincoln. Now,
And Nebraska's right next to Kansas.
yeah, we're...
You can't say anything about Kansas tonight.
No, Kansas, good state. Good state.
I met a man at the hotel, and he said, "Where are you from?" I said, "Kansas." He said, "Oh, my goodness." That made me mad.
Well, he's some... Definitely not a nice person to say that.
I thought that was awful.
Yeah.
He forgets that Kansas produces more wheat than any state in the Union.
Absolutely. That's right.
That's where your bread comes from.
Yes, the breadbasket of the country is in Kansas. Right. Did you know that most people...
Of course, the trouble is they can't get any money for the wheat.
She likes people closer to her in old age. She's talking to you. Well, Nebraska produces a lot of corn.
Oh, I know they do.
A lot of corn.
And they just had a 7-inch rain
Really?
yesterday.
Did they need it? It was pretty dry.
I don't think they needed it.
Yeah.
We don't need it either. When we left Wichita, all the streets were flooded.
Yeah. Well, that's enough rain then for a while, right? What's the first thing you remember as a child? How far back do you really remember?
Well, I remember our first automobile was 1914. And the first plane, I don't remember when the first plane came out. Must have been
early 1900s, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Did you ever fly in an airplane?
Yes,
you flew
all
out
the
here.
time. Every time I get a chance.
Yeah.
I fly to Birmingham, Alabama, where my daughter lives, and 8 grandchildren.
Now, how old's your daughter now?
That one is 46.
46. What's
My
your...
youngest one. I have a son that's 80, and
How is Sonny anyway? Is he doing all right?
well, he took me to the airport and put me on.
Okay, I'll tell you what, we're going to take a pause here. You know, we have to stop occasionally for a commercial.
you do.
You know we do. Then we're going to come back and we'll talk some more, huh? Okay, you're fun. All right, we'll be right back. Stay where you are. Okay, we're back now. If you just joined us, we're talking with, may I call you Mildred?
Yeah,
Mildred
sure,
Hall from
I like that.
Ellsworth, Kansas, 105 years old. And we asked Mildred if she would like a little drink or a little water or something, and you said you'd like a highball. Now, that's Midwestern expression,
That's
for
right.
sure. That's a Midwestern expression.
That's right.
Do you have a little taste of,
I wish you would.
can I see what you drink?
Sure. I'd like to have you drink most of it.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
They don't get it at home in Kansas.
You don't get it? Is Kansas still
Not
dry?
very often.
Oh.
They have wine and beer, and I don't like either one.
Yeah.
And I don't have this very often, just for a dinner party.
So when you get out of states, it's
You
walk off.
bet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You be staying here long, will you, Mildred?
Act up when I get out.
She knows a drinker when she sees one, too. Well, that's good. I think a little alcohol is good for the blood.
I know it is.
It's a blood thinner. And they say a certain amount is good. So,
Gives you a little pep.
you betcha.
You bet.
What's an average day for you like? What time do you get up in the morning?
I get up at 8.
8 o'clock.
I eat my breakfast. I dress and then go eat my breakfast. Then I go shopping.
Yeah. You
And
eat your
I
breakfast
get-
before you dress?
No, I come down all dressed
Oh, okay.
every morning and eat my breakfast. Grapefruit, coffee, toast, sometimes eggs.
Mm-hmm.
And then I make out my list and go shopping and buy what I need, meat and potatoes and fruit and
Booze.
so on and so forth.
You don't drive a car, do you?
No, I had to quit 2 years ago, and that broke my...
They made you quit driving when you were 103?
Yeah.
Why
you
did
know why?
No.
One car died on me. It just... it was worn out, and
Yeah.
I bought a Chevy with steering brakes and all that. I wasn't used to it.
Yeah.
I had my son-in-law in with me. We started out. Here was a stop sign.
Yeah.
Here was my car and one back of me. I threw the brake on, threw him up against the windshield. He said, "You're going to kill somebody or
Yeah.
yourself."
Yeah, well, you had those new power brakes.
Yeah,
You
power brakes. I took the car home, put a sign up for sale.
Yeah. Good for you. Good for you. Yeah.
Otherwise, I wouldn't be here today.
Yeah. Your passengers wouldn't be here today for sure. Somebody said you like to play cards.
I love to
do you play?
play
Bridge,
cards,
poker,
and
or
I
what?
always play to win.
You do. What do you play? Bridge, poker?
I play bridge, pitch, and some penny ante.
Yeah.
But mostly bridge. I belong to a duplicate club, and they're all listening tonight.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Well, good for them. Good for them.
I think I'm shocking you.
Do you watch television at all?
All the time.
Yeah.
I watch 60 Minutes.
That's good.
As the world turns, but I get provoked with them.
You get provoked?
Too much kissing.
Too much
and-
kissing. Do you think there's too much sexual type of things
I
on
do.
television?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm too old to like that.
Well, what do you think about nudity in movies? They have motion pictures
I
now.
don't like it.
You don't care for it?
No.
Yeah. You wouldn't go to see a picture where?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Well,
What's... What do you... Now, are you familiar with Jim and Tammy Baker?
oh, I don't like him at all. They ought to string him up.
You ought to string him up, huh? Well, that's might be a little going overboard, but don't... How about the president? President Reagan?
I like President Reagan.
Good.
But since he's had so many nose operations, he's not quite as good as he was.
Or you think because of too much surgery on his nose?
I think his first 4 years were great. Of course, I am a Republican.
Oh, you are, huh? Who was the first candidate you ever voted for? Do you remember?
Theodore, let's see, the first one is Teddy Roosevelt.
Teddy Roosevelt.
And he was a marvelous person.
He was a good president.
He
Huh?
went to Spain and won the war in a month.
That's right. Yeah. Well,
I had a boyfriend, 16, 18, that was going to go, and I thought, oh my, how terrible. But it was all over in a month.
yeah. Was that the fellow you married?
No, I married William Holt from West Virginia, and he's a spinning age of President Wilson, but much better looking.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Now, your husband's
Really,
not.
the two of them look just alike.
Yeah. Your husband's not still living, is he?
No, he died 22 years ago.
Yeah.
And I've battled my life ever since.
Did you ever think of remarrying?
No,
Well, you thought it was all right
never
for.
had a chance.
Never had a chance. Well, you thought it was all right for me to get
Oh,
remarried.
it is, because you're young.
Yeah.
I'm old.
Well, you're a remarkable old person. If there's
You
any.
never had anyone so old.
No. Yeah, I guess you're right there, Mildred. When's the last time you were in California? Have you been to California before?
Oh, yes. My sister lived in Long Beach.
Uh-huh.
That was, 25 years ago, and I'd come out, and then I visited in Fresno.
Mm-hmm.
I had Rockefeller, the rich Rockefeller daughter, or granddaughter, or cousin, or something. I'd come visit her.
Yeah,
Because they used to live in Kansas.
I see.
They owned a ranch there.
I see.
Then I visited San Francisco once, a PEO convention.
Yeah.
Maybe you have PEOs here tonight.
Is that the Elks you're talking?
That's a great organization that put girls through college.
Oh, I wasn't familiar with that. Well, you're a remarkable lady, and it's nice to have you out here with us.
Thank you. And if
Are you going to watch our show occasionally from time to time?
am. And I watched it until I decided I better go to bed at 10 o'clock. Get my rest.
Get your rest. Well, it's nice having you out here, Mildred. Are you going to stay a few days in California?
Going to Kansas tomorrow.
Going to Kansas tomorrow. Well, you take this with you. But thank you for being with us. You're a lovely lady. You stay right there. We'll be back in a moment.